Going to take a look at Teladoc here. That's ticker symbol TDOC. And we have our Fibonacci retracement tool here. And even though we did hit a new low in here on Monday's trading session, we're still going to keep it from that 4.7 low here, right at that 661 mark. That's going to be our 0% because we like where these 23.6 and this 38.2 fib levels actually are. So that's why we're keeping it on here. You can see this 864 level was a nice support for us here back in February. And if you go back to December and as early as November of last year, just a good support in here. And also that 38.2 or that 989 makes a good channel for us in here between December and heading into January, as well as right here, February. It was a nice resistance as it used that 23.6 for support as well. So good channels in here. That's why we're keeping this fib tool on currently. Now, good news here on the daily, we closed right on that 9-day EMA. So we did hold that for today. So that is going to be our immediate support going forward. That's the magic number in here. It's going to be 704. We closed the day at 705. We were up around 15 cents on the day. So basically your $7 level, that's going to be the main area of concern. We finally closed above that. So that is going to be good news in here after about a week of just staying under it, right? So we did close above 7. So that's good. So now what are we looking at as we go forward? Well, basically 750s, and then you're going to be looking at this $8 mark up here. And really, we care more about the $8 mark because on the weekly, that's more or less right where that 9-day EMA currently is. So you can see for the past basically 3.5 weeks here, we've just been kind of standing where this 0% fib level is at 661, kind of just bouncing off of it. But this 9-day EMA, that is currently right now at that $8 level. It's really 807. And that is going to be our main area of resistance in here because it's a nice psychological level, big 9-day EMA in there on the weekly. And as well, you also have multiple resistance and supports here on the daily chart. Above that, we're going to be looking at that 864. And then above that, it is going to be that 200 SMA. So we did pop a little bit of the RSI in here, obviously, since Monday where we had that big pullback. So a little bit consolidation in here, maybe on this 9-day EMA before we start working our way towards that $8 mark just before we start working our way there, I guess. So maybe look consolidation first before we start heading towards there. But all in all, not a bad typical day here for a $7 stock. You can see that we did have a pullback here. Basically, the overall market kind of did this as well. So this is good news in here, but just basically holding, as you can see, that $7 mark. So that is good. We did have a high in here coming in of 737 on the day. So that is also going to be a first area of resistance if we can hold the sevens. That is what we're looking for. But really, again, main areas of concern, 750 and that $8 mark. IV rank in here is right around 73. So options are relatively strong compared to itself. Right around a 37-cent expected move by Friday. You have earnings coming up next week. So that's going to be after market, April 30th. So you could have a nice run into earnings here, especially if the $7 mark does hold. And you have right around $8 expected move priced in by next week. So low risk, low reward. I know that the options are expensive compared to themselves, but it's still a $7 stock. So your options are not really that expensive comparatively speaking to these other larger stocks with earnings coming up, right? So low risk, low reward in here. Look for a little pop, maybe perhaps if the $7 do hold in here as we work our way into earnings in the upcoming week. All right, guys, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you're interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.